Bank of South Sudan and the Ministry of Finance and Planning are integrating the real-time gross settlement (RTGS) and financial management system to improve the efficiency, security, and transparency of government payments and financial transactions. To help us to understand this important initiative and its impact in the economy of the country, we are going to talk to Director of National Payment System, Akum David Sabalker, from the Bank of South Sudan. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
What is this system and how does it work?
Thank you very much. I think this is my second time for having this kind of interview. The first interview was during the launch that we had in October last year, 2025, where we launched the state-of-the-art automated transfer system that combined the real-time gross settlement and automated clearinghouse, as well as CSD for government payment. So during the launch, that was the first phase. The second phase was now on how to onboard the participant of this system, given the fact that this system is owned by the government and it is a physical goods where all the entire ecosystem of any country transact through this system called real-time gross settlement system. So when we started in 2025 in October, we started onboarding with our direct participants who are the financial institutions, the commercial bank, where we onboarded the first time when we launched was 13 banks. And then of course, as we were keeping onboarding, we onboarded another 7 to be 20. So currently, we have onboarded 20 commercial banks who are transacting through our real-time gross settlement system called South Sudan Interbank Payment and Settlement System, and are transacting. For example, today, if you go outside there, you agree outside as a citizen of South Sudanese, you want to pay your obligations from one person to another when you are having an account in different banks. So you will be able to send an instruction to your bank to send money to your client, to another bank in real time. This has not been happening. What has been happening was when you send an instruction from commercial bank paying a vendor or your client, it will normally take 2 to 3 days. It was very fragmented, where now people are really frustrated in terms of turnaround time of the fund that are given to people. So when we launched this, when instruction is sent from a commercial bank by a customer or a South Sudanese citizen from one bank to another, it goes in a real time, just in the same day. You send an instruction today to meet your own obligation, are paid immediately. So this practice has been going on for the last 8 months, since October to now. It is 8 months, and we are very happy. Every day the volume are increasing. Every day we could have like 400 to 450 volume in a day. That's transaction, and the value is about trillions of SSP being circulated within that system. That was not the end for us to onboard the entire ecosystem, given the fact that this system is for the government, and the RTGS, the real-time gross settlement system in any country, is being consumed by the government, especially when government wanted to pay their obligation and dues, and also client that has provided goods or services. So our second phase was now to start thinking of onboarding Ministry of Finance. That is the biggest consumer. 98% of usage of this system is by the Ministry of Finance, including its own spending agency. So recently, through the administration of the bank, led by Honorable Governor John Ohisa Damian, and the Undersecretary of Ministry of Finance, and as well as the Minister and the entire staff of IBMIS, of the Ministry of Finance and the National Payment System Department, we had a consultative meeting where we did a presentation to the Ministry of Finance, and then this has resulted to us signing a memorandum of understanding on how we can integrate real-time gross settlement and integrated financial management integrated system that's called IDMIS for Ministry of Finance. So after having that meeting, of course, we were given a go-ahead by the two leadership from the Ministry of Finance as well as from the bank as the department to implement on how ITMIS and real-time gross settlement can speak together and messages can be exchanged between these two institutions. Now, the current practice, the reality now, what we are doing in the ideal situation that's happening now is if Minister of Finance, of course, a contractor or a client has provided goods or services to the Ministry of Finance and other spending agents of the government, normally Ministry of Finance write checks or an instruction to the governor, and then this instruction are sent to the bank as well as the check. These are made it very difficult and very fragmented, where now people start coming to the bank, and it will not be known by the ministry whether they have money in their account or there is no money. They will just keep writing checks to the central bank, where now the central bank has to come and verify, and of course, it is time consuming. People keep coming to the central bank. This is really time wasting, and it is not efficient. So we thought, why don't we integrate Ministry of Finance, where now we will need to give them visibility, where they will access their balances, account balances in real time in their offices rather than coming here. So before the administration of the Ministry of Finance sign any instruction paying their client that has provided goods or services, they will just have a handy balances that would be provided by the National Payment System Department using the same system that is called real-time gross settlement. They will be seeing those balances at the Ministry of Finance before they write an instruction to pay their client. So this system is coming to live with us, and very soon we have already had our first consultative meeting with the IPMIS team at the Ministry of Finance, where now we will start training them on how to use this system. And nobody from the Ministry of Finance will be coming here, not until the system has allowed you now to start thinking of maybe if there is money or there is no money in the account. This system will give real-time visibility to the Ministry of Finance before they write any instruction or check to the central bank. So we have already started the conversation, and Ministry of Finance is very much willing to integrate with the real-time gross settlement. This will allow transparency and as well as accountability. So this situation where now people start coming to the central bank in the few months to come will not be there, because the undersecretary or the minister or the DGs of Ministry of Finance will have a handy visibility of their balances that will provide them. We are preparing their ICT environment to make sure that they are connected to our data center, to the RTGS, where now they'll be seeing all the balances before they write any instruction.
How this system actually works? Is it something you will control on your phone, on the computer? How does it work? For example, someone in the rural countryside, how can you access this system, for example?
This system is owned by the government, and this is a kind of system that you cannot access in your house, but I'll tell you what is that system that you can access in rural area. That's another project we are working on. I will elaborate more. But this system entirely is for government payment. You only access when you come to office. You cannot access it at home. But there's another system that will integrate with this system for settlement purposes. It's called the National Switch, where we will integrate all the mobile money operators, all the banks. That we are trying to promote what is called financial inclusion through interoperability. So you can still access it using your phone. That is called National Switch, where you will have, if, for example, today I'm a Momo customer, you are a DigiKai customer, and you wanted to send for me some fund for lunch. Instead of you sending to DigiKash, and I'm a Momo, this system will allow you to send from Momo to DigiKai to Momo. That's what this system is going to do, the new system that we are implementing. It will fully be owned and operated by the central bank, called the National Switch. For example, you are in Equity, I'm KCB, you have Equity ATM, and you happen where you are living, there is only KCB. You don't need to go to Equity to withdraw from Equity. You can withdraw from an ATM, or ATM across the banking sector. So this system allows you to have that interoperability, that visibility, and someone who is in a rural area will be able to access on mobile banking. It enables mobile banking. It enables person to person. It enables you to pay government taxes. It enables you to buy goods from the market. So this system is another layer. It's called retail payment, the National Switch that you can access.